Hello and welcome to Danganronpa Sick Edition. This is the edition where I attempt to play the game and instead I fall over.
Are you that sick or?
No, not that sick.
No, are you feeling like that bad?
No, I'm just tired. I'm in recovery mode after being sick for almost 2 weeks now.
Jeez.
So
have you had any time
I'm just sleeping forever. I mean, I've had time. I wouldn't call it time off. I took time off on Monday.
Okay.
Well, that was when it was worst.
Okay.
And it's a lot better today, but I'm still just oh yeah, we were in the exciting part. Oh, we're on the final investigation.
Yeah. Sick. Actually, after we check out the Monokuma file, there's something immediately I want to check out.
Eat it first. We don't need headsets or anything crazy.
Yeah.
It's weird. I've been playing on my computer a little bit lately, so I kind of forgot.
What you been playing?
A game called Crosscode.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's pretty fun, except it's like an MMO style game, but not an MMO. It's you know what it's like? You know it's almost exactly the same as actually Phantasy Star. Is that game?
No, but I've heard many things about it.
Good or bad? You made that sound bad.
No, good.
Okay.
Anyway, it's been a series that's been going on forever.
Yeah, Phantasy Star Online. But anyways, that Phantasy Star Online is an actual cooperative game. That game it's really interesting. It's basically it's a single player game, but the character that you play as is basically Tsubasa from Dot Hack Sign. Okay. So you wake up with no memories in fake MMO world. Yeah. And I was like, oh, what a cool story! I'm ready for I'm ready for a great story in an indie game that only takes 5 to 6 hours. And I jump in, I play the first area, and the first area looks like a fucking MMO. It goes everywhere. There's a bunch of exits all over the place. There's 7 or 8 worlds. And I'm like, where am I going?
Where do I go?
What am I doing? Is this really an MMO? I thought they lied to me. So 8 hours later, I still haven't made it to the first goddamn dungeon.
Oh jeez.
And apparently, there's 4 dungeons. Kind of like Zelda.
Yeah.
There's 4 dungeons.
Okay.
And then you unlock the main city.
Okay.
Which I hope
after the 4 dungeons.
Yes. So I hope that is the final dungeon in that city.
Okay.
I pray. Because I had expected to be able to have time to play Devil May Cry, but I really like this game. I keep coming back to it.
Dude, I've seen some footage of Devil May Cry 5. That looks fun.
It looks, you know what? And the worst part is it's getting great reviews. People are saying that they really refined the system from Devil May Cry 3. And I was like, oh, it's one of my favorite games of all time.
Oh, no,
I want to play it. So I want to play it, but I'm really into this game.
V looks like a cool character, or his playstyle is cool.
I didn't see V. I only know that Nero and Dante is the game.
Okay.
I don't know anything about the game. Alright, anyways, sorry, that was a waste of time.
Yeah.
Let me check where we were at. It's a good thing we're just doing the investigation today. I'm trying to wipe off my voice next time we play. What were we doing?
We found out it's being worldwide broadcast everywhere for the game.
That I remember.
And the body that pretty much exploded, we have to figure out.
Oh yeah, and then we thought that body was killed because it's not.
I've been thinking about this. What if there's 2 masterminds? It doesn't have to be one person. That's
actually a really good point. But who would the other person be?
I don't know.
It's not possible, right?
I know, but...
Well, I guess someone could be living inside of that door or something.
Yeah.
So maybe there's another mastermind, and then what's her name is helping the mastermind? Luca and Kasaba?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that, just one person doing this doesn't seem...
There's not a bad duly noted. That's actually a pretty good thing.
Yeah. Just all these monitors, the whole school running Monokuma.
And then they also had what's her name under their thumb, Sakura. So
yeah.
I guess that kind of.
Yeah.
Alright, sorry. Well, I'd better start by checking out the Monokuma file. How does his voice go? I forget it. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. Wait, what?
Blunt force trauma before the stabbing.
So then they were struck on the head, and then they were killed with the knife?
Yeah.
Wait, a single time with a knife. Yeah, with a knife. Okay, so that's really specific. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Who was killed?
It was... we don't know. That's the thing.
Oh, true. If it's Kyoko, that doesn't make too much sense. But she was... how long has she been gone for? Oh, like a couple days, right?
Yeah.
I guess she could have been hiding some wounds. Weird. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body, could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened. Or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden.
Immediately I'm thinking, we gotta check out the hand of that body.
Hand?
That hand is completely untouched.
Okay. Time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. Oh yeah, I see that. Well, almost untouched anyways. The fingers are black. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. Whoa, that is so... what? Wait, how do I look at... I want to look at the characters. What is it? Oh, there we go. Is there a way to get a... I guess I can't look at anyone's hands. No way to check. That sucks. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I see that. I've never seen anything like it before. Okay, well it's clearly not Kyoko, but now I literally have no idea who it is. I thought it was Mukuro Ikusawa, but what did she say she was? The ultimate despair?
Mm-hmm.
Why does she have fucking painted nails?
Can I look at the shoes, maybe? No?
Down here we'll probably do it. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half wasn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? I can't. Here, let me hit this button so you can see what I can.
Nice.
This one here. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Okay. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. Did it? Can I grab that little piece? No? Okay, I guess not. This is so weird. But then, okay, no one painted the nails. Like, and the tattoo, this is not stuff that you could do, like, post-mortem.
Yeah.
So...
they had to have already been wearing that.
I mean, I can't just look at Kyoko.
Kyoko was wearing gloves.
Yeah, so I guess she could have...
But, like, even still, like... those are some long gloves if you're covering up nails. If you're covering up fake nails.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no gloves for that sort of thing. Like, how would you be a doctor if you couldn't have nails and gloves? Well, I guess you probably do have
fake nails.
Yeah, you know what? That is true. That is true, because, like, don't they have to cut their nails if you're, like, a doctor or something?
Yeah. Yeah, you could...
It seems very unlikely to be Kyoko.
Yeah.
But I gotta admit, I don't know who it is, though. Let's go investigate everything. Take the knife. There's our knife, right?
Yeah.
There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. You know what's weird?
What?
How come there's a mask on the top side of the
It seems...
head?
It looks like they put the jacket behind.
Like, put it on the back of the body?
Yeah, like here, I think my jacket's on... Here, this is my jacket. Like I'm dead, and they placed it on top of me like this.
Yeah, because they definitely weren't wearing it. Clearly to obfuscate the body, right?
Yeah.
It's, by the way.
Oh, that has smaller stuffed animals in it, so I don't lose them.
Sorry about that.
What?
The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body front to back. Wow. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. No, really. Come on, Mako, you must know what this thing is. That's it! It's the knife that person was holding, and the knife that you had! We know these things! There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab the same masked attacker we found here. So, maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife, and maybe then if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way.
What's... Oh.
Can't look at it?
Why not?
Yes, sir. She's being stupid. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that.
I don't know what you're talking about!
Typical fucking Danganronpa.
I don't...
Explains in minute detail, over and over, about the knife. 50,000 times they tell you about the knife. This fragment pops up, you have no idea what it is, they tell you once and they said, maybe it's that thing that you might know about. And you're like, you never told me, what the fuck? What is your problem?
Talk to Byaku. Oh, yeah, talk to Byaku, yeah. Or Yasuhiro, one of the two. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you.
What do you want to talk about?
I'd like to hear your alibi.
Alibi?
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night.
Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Isn't it obvious? The murder took place after nighttime.
How can you know that for sure?
Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone, so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I could confirm that when I arrived last night. There was no body here. So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night.
What?
Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to go get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis
are me and Kyoko.
And if the victim really is Kyoko,
then I'm the only one without an alibi.
Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door. So where, precisely, were you?
I'm telling the truth, I was in my room. But I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so...
That's hardly an alibi.
I know.
So, what now? You seem to be at quite a disadvantage here.
I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it?
Go talk to Yasuhiro.
In my character's neck.
It's 11 o'clock right now!
Looking Yoda? Okay. And...
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body! Funny joke!
Wow, it's been so long. I used to love that color. Oh my god. The body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did to help you remember what that was. To help you remember what that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall to eat food. Once I got there, I met up with Keith. It was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Where did I put my keys?
I'll have to get into it.
Yeah, I just walked directly up the thing.
Oh, here.
Thank you. Did I finish already? Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe. That's when she found the body. What time was it?
Now then, Toko. What time is it?
Oh, man, I gotta do Toko's voice. I'll wait for you. Grab some water, too.
That's good. This is a flashback, so you don't have to do it.
Okay, we'll skip this one, and then when you get the thing up... Yeah, there's just one waiting one.
Also, you're 6, so I don't want you to have to overdo it.
No. Just a girl voice with a lot of stuttering. It's not that hard. Genocide of Jacks. Well, maybe we'll just have Genocide of Jack be a bunch of Velociraptor noises.
Yeah.
That's right. It had to be right around 9 o'clock.
Ah! Now that you mention it, I think you're perfectly right! So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's fun! Funny joke!
That's a pretty small job. I have no idea what was a small job or what was said. I literally have no clue. You know what? I honestly think that's probably for the better. Oh wait, no, it's a prequel. Oh, that's fun.
When the body was found.
Well, I have no idea when it was found. I wasn't paying any
It was
attention.
found around 9. We went to go see Hina at 7, or Hina got us at 7:30. That's when we were like, oh hey, Monokuma! And then when we went to go to the garden, Toko's when Toko went to get the pickaxe, that was around 9 o'clock, and that's when she found the body.
Listen, Dakota, do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right, It was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of its stomach, and the area around it was filled with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody, but for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Maybe she was killed somewhere else.
Oh, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better, too. So, thank you, too. That noise, though. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to think anymore. Okay, you were useless. Thanks, Coco.
Maybe it went in the plant.
The Monokuma flower, huh? That's true. Is it really these bigger plastic hand pieces? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away.
Look in the equipment shed.
Is that this one?
Yeah.
Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed.
You work too much.
I'm fine. Not working good. Great. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, the stereotypical tool shed. Is this tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before?
Nope.
I should probably look into that. Could be related to the case. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. What about that bothers me?
Meaning I was always been face up the whole time.
Well, it's wet and dirty.
On top.
Do you think it was on top of the body? But why? And how is it over here now?
I don't think it was on the body. I'm talking
Maybe
about like maybe it was in here.
But no, that's true. Maybe they were killed in here, and but that's bloody. There's no blood on it. That's really confusing. I don't understand. I'm gonna wait. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. No, I have anything that concerns me. Thank you.
Yeah?
These tools have nothing to do with this case. Okay, well, great. Doesn't concern me anymore.
Lawnmower?
Yeah, I think we're wasting time with this one.
That chicken coop.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. Oh, remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop.
There's one missing.
I count 4 chickens. Huh? 4?
The chicken did it.
The chicken did it. The glass trial like pops up at the end. You have to do a fucking like panic time battle. Like, he's like,
What's going on, Masloto? Funny joke.
The last night, nothing else is funny except for the funny joke. It's the only part that's funny. What was that?
And laugh.
It was a goddamn T-Rex fucking like chortling a raptor or something was eating. I don't even know, I'm tired.
Oh god, I'm good.
Oh, glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here?
Of course! There were precisely 5!
Yeah, right?
Huh? What's wrong? Not funny enough for you?
There's only 4 chickens here now. We're one short. You know what? I appreciate the dedication to following the capital letters there.
Thank you, I worked hard.
Why is it? What did they think they were doing when they wrote that? They wrote like
It's
it's like a a goddamn voice modulator?
Yeah.
And someone's just like fucking with this slider the whole time. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Oh, that's alright.
That's so weird. Why did it disappear?
ゲイだよ。
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there was definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. It's like a jigsaw puzzle.
I did my best to ignore hero and focus on the yes, and I did. You're right. I did my best to ignore hero and focus on the problem. But like, why did one of these chickens disappear? Can it be related to this case?
Yeah.
This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. It's set to turn on at 7:30 every morning. The Monica set the time positively could change. What? Hold on.
Wait a minute.
The sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each day. Then, if the body was here before then the sprinklers would have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place.
A little... After.
After, or...
Because the bottom half wasn't wet.
Well, after or was moved in.
That's true. Also, I was thinking...
I think I've checked everything I need to see in this area. But I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check.
I think the tarp got wet from the sprinklers.
That makes sense. Okay.
And I'm wondering... I'm wondering if maybe the murder did actually take place here, but the sprinklers...
Didn't go off?
No, the sprinklers washed the blood on the ground away.
Maybe, but then why didn't the body get wet? Specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicion. I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? That's true. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I could find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more.
Oh.
But the key to her room...
Yeah. I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity. Limit my options. Give me the key to your room.
I don't have a choice. Sorry, I don't have a choice. I'll have to see if he'll let me room. Oh my god.
It's alright.
Kill me!
You can do this.
Kill me! I should have done the oop.
Yep.
No, I didn't, but always.
I'll give you the extra oof. Funny joke!
That was good. I have to see if they'll let me borrow the room key. Oh. Hey, yeah?
No. Sorry. If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial.
Oh. No, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. Alright, what's sacred? You know what? There's stuff here.
There's a trash can right there.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to make you. Well, you could just not touch it.
Go throw it out.
Pop.
I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
Then come with me, David.
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a completely different story.
Why can they hear me help?
It's on auto.
Then will you go with me?
Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
I didn't know what button stopped it.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you. Or I may not.
Come back later, huh? Okay. Then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area.
Can we get into the biolab?
You know what? let's just check everywhere on the 5th floor. Because if that fragment, I doubt, is from like the fucking 2nd floor or something. I bet it's some door, you know, go to the biolab. I don't know. I don't know. How do I run? There we go. We'll start here because this is
Monday Night Raw.
okay.
The killer classroom.
I genuinely do not know where that piece is from. There's no, like, fragments of a red thing. It's not in the dojo, right?
I don't remember finding anything in the dojo.
What about... Okay, then maybe it's on a different floor. Let's search the map. I genuinely don't remember this case very well, so it's like... not very helpful. We have the chem lab. I think it was there. It could be in one of these, like... Don't you feel like it's gonna be something that's, like, somewhere we couldn't get into or something we couldn't do something with? Wasn't there a red door or something we couldn't get into for a while? What does the piece look like? Is it my truth bullets? Seems familiar to something that we've seen earlier.
It looks like it's hanging from something.
Like it's a picture, but why is it on a hook? Were we not paying any attention or something?
I swear, like happened? No, like we...
Is it part of the sprinkler?
No, we just checked the sprinkler system.
Oh, this makes me want to look it up. Alright, rip to all the people watching, which is really just going to be me and Corey, but this section, you know, Kurt, later on, when you go to make this video, you may want to figure out how to edit.
I'm sure you could just like fast forward.
You know what? Wait for me. Okay. It's back to normal. Just like with Sayaka and Taka, one of whom was responsible, I'm sure.
Nope.
Let's try everything. This sucks. I
I
don't think it's the data center. We weren't.
Were we able to go into the headmaster's room?
No, and I don't think we looked. It was just a door. We never got in.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
What's this one?
I don't know. It's a office?
It's really odd.
I don't either.
Because we play like week to week, but I can't.
I don't.
I really don't expect it to be anything but something that we would know about. Why would it be just like a random room on like the 3rd floor or something? Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go down to the 1st floor.
Okay.
We'll check suspicious rooms, then from there, we will check every single room.
Wait, didn't they mention classrooms on the 2nd floor or something?
Yeah, there was like something about a red door, and that's what I'm thinking it is.
Wait, no, like
Classrooms?
on the 2nd floor. Like, I thought we couldn't. Or was it classrooms on the 1st floor?
Maybe it was on the 1st floor. If I remember. Not this one.
No, yeah, we were here before. Maybe it was the classrooms on the 1st floor I was thinking of. There's like something obscure that they mentioned.
Yeah,
I was
I know. It's like they only told you once and like randomly in a hit. It's like you told me 3 billion times about that goddamn knife.
This is. What is this?
I think this is just the exit.
No, this is a safe room.
No, this is the exit.
Oh. Oh.
Thanks.
Good stuff.
Hey, my idea was all this.
No, I mean, Mailbox? No.
Can I get a hint, game?
Yeah.
Damn. Am I gonna have to literally look in every goddamn room?
No, that's the trial.
What is in?
Dude, I don't know if we ever went in these classes on the first floor. Maybe I am and I'm just stupid. But they like mention something super obscure. I don't.
Look, the little pamphlet is still laying there. This is where all my okay.
Okay.
What the hell is it?
I don't. I don't know.
Fair Hotel?
There's one other place I need to check. I don't know what
go in.
Is it in the gym?
I mean, yeah, we'll just try every room, right? That's what we do. I don't think it's the store. Should I check at the store? Right? You know what? I'll remember that. Store. Didn't know. It's definitely not here. This is gonna be our lives. Start looking up memes.
Okay.
Start entertaining the populace.
You got it.
You dumbass! How could you not remember it after that 23 when that fucking Oh, this is it. Figured it wouldn't be here.
Dabe?
Oh, the bomb! God, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, sure. The bomb.
We did it. You know what? We did it. We should be very thankful we got it in one.
I was about to look up Baby Shark. Like Baby Shark 10 hours.
That would have been so sad. What a disaster.
Okay. I just found something. What is it?
It's...
Huh?
It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. Baby Shark. Baby Shark. Funny joke.
That bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments are found in the garden.
From the bomb.
Oh, so that's why it exploded and used that bomb.
But wait.
Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. Head back to the garden and ask Byakuya.
Maybe? Yeah. Like... But wait, like that's such a small window to get the bomb from Monokuma to the body.
Why is it a small window?
Well, it's from 8 to 9?
8 to 9?
Or, because Hina got us at like 7:30.
And we looked at the bomb, the Monokuma at 8?
Or like something like that. Between like 7:30 to 9.
Huh. What? Well, there's a second Monokuma. What if there's just... What if this
multiple
is...
bombs?
Yeah, what if there's just multiple bombs?
Okay.
There's like a lot of... Whoever did this has access to Monokuma's shit.
Alright. Hey, Byakuya.
You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Ikuzo.
You want to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well. Let's go.
Oh, wait for me!
No.
Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I heard after him on our way to the dorms.
I think we walked past it.
That's the first one, right?
Yep. Well then, here we go.
Byakuya took out the key and slid it in the keyhole. And then...
And it's open.
Looks like it. Thanks. Really sparse.
Eh.
So, this is Kyoko's room.
There's a wooden panel?
There's something on the paper. It's a woodblock decoration.
なんだ
What's that? What purpose does it serve?
I think it's probably key. Lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers.
I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse.
That doesn't really surprise me. Hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
ありえるな
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks.
Really? What?
Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to.
The dojo?
Is that a red chair behind her? Once again, that probably means nothing.
Yeah. Here's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here. At least not as far as the case is concerned.
Can we look in the door?
Here's the bathroom. You might have certain articles hanging out to dry. Better not look inside. You better look inside.
Or drawer? Bedroom? The east? Oh, no, I guess not.
But this drawer seems to be okay. Nope.
No.
Nothing in here.
なんだ
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for?
Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
おい
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here?
Sorry.
Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here.
Or oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Oh, what's this?
そうね
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me.
Sure, I have it here somewhere. Found it!
What's in the envelope?
Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it.
面白い
Something has certainly happened. So open it.
Oh, okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
なんだ
That's all that was in there.
Yeah, looks like it. Under the sheets.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe it's the sheets of our bed, you doofus! But something we hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Class number 78, student registry? Mukuro Ikusaba?
なるほど
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile.
Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key.
God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and expletive. That's it.
This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was part of healing. This is what you left for.
I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search.
Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information. She was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years.
And a Fenrir is a dog.
There you go. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped. And she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. I'm not convinced. The what is it?
Tattoo?
The tattoo fits, but the nails absolutely don't. Why would the ultimate soldier have giant fake nails? Why is she missing some too? What the fuck?
Maybe either some were put on, or
why would they do that?
Or they were covering, or maybe they were undercover?
Oh. Okay. As like a different student?
Wait. Wait.
Maybe...
This is... Didn't... Remember in that... You know?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
So...
Didn't... When Junko died, didn't she say I wasn't supposed to die?
Yeah, she did. Do you think Mukuro Ikasawa's been dead this whole damn time? Do you think she died super early and we literally just discovered the body just now?
I don't know what happened to Junko's body. She was stabbed multiple times. That is... Wait. But even still, she was stabbed multiple times.
Who? Junko?
Yeah, remember? There's like spears through her body.
But you just said it yourself. What if she went undercover?
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about like when we saw the... Oh, but it was covered by that... Oh.
Well, hold on. No, I mean... Okay. So maybe Mukuro was undercover as Junko?
Yeah.
And has literally been dead this entire time?
Yeah.
Since the opening... Oh no, that doesn't work. I'm getting stupid.
No, but what if that...
You're right. No, it's like, yeah, we discovered the body. Because when Junko died, we saw the body die.
Yeah, but what if they used Junko's body? What if they used Junko's body? What if this whole murder thing is a farce?
Like, that's Junko's body there?
And that's not... And they maybe, like, put the tattoo on it?
No, she always had the tattoo, because that was Mukuro.
What? Okay, wait, so it cannot possibly... Like you said, it cannot possibly be Junko. Everyone saw Junko die.
Yeah.
So, if we discovered that body again, it would be...
No, I'm saying, like, even the Junko we met was actually Mukuro.
But even
this whole time.
But even if that's true, why was there a body discovery announcement? Say Junko is Mukuro, and then dies to being an agent, and then at the very beginning, and then they use that body again. We've already seen the body. It takes 3 people discovering a new people who have not seen the body.
Yes, but that was because Mukuro did it by attacking Monokuma.
Yeah.
Why would there be a body announcement if Monokuma himself had to murder?
But everyone's...
It's no game.
Yeah, but everyone saw it.
But it's no game.
But we all know that they're dead. Here, let me look at the regulation. The regulation is...
The murder takes place.
No, it's the body announcement one. Where is it?
Yeah. It was 7.
This one? 7? No.
Oh, no, it was... Oh.
No, where is it? Damn it! Why don't they have it on here? Okay, well, somewhere along the line... Somewhere along the line they said it.
No, yeah.
3 unique people who have not seen that body. That was a big part of the 4th case, remember?
Yeah.
Was that... Because remember 3 people discovered it here, but 1 person had already seen the body?
Yeah.
So it didn't count?
Okay, yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Because it was actually 2 because one person had already seen it, and so that body discovery didn't happen. So the actual body discovery was the other one that happened at the exact same time.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
So everyone saw that body happen.
Yeah.
And even if it was Mukuro.
I get what you're saying.
We don't need to know what their name was.
Okay,
if they reused that body,
okay, I get what you're
no body discovery announcement should have happened.
Okay, yeah, that's true. You're right.
So, I think I'm just being crazy conspiracy.
No, you're right. No, you're right. That makes sense.
Anyways, the Ultimate Soldier, Mercenary Group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in is like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction, the other's sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then...
なるほどな。
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this.
Huh? You recognize it?
当然だ。
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done, and that's worth remembering.
This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in.
I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already... Whoa! I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero.
Yeah, it's you.
Hmm? What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh. You found her profile?
So what if we did?
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. There's our omnivores, you know.
なんだ。
Are the rule violations really so unforgivable? Quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself.
Yeah, well, he took over this.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your rules as well? Absolutely! I can't have you complaining on how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting?
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there were, did I? I was thinking, I should probably clarify that. When you first all gathered around together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding about it all.
Misunderstanding? Are you saying...
That's right! There weren't actually 15 of you. The total number taking part in this killing game was actually 16!
16? Then...
戦場ムクロ、この学園に潜む16人目の高校生。超高校級の絶望と呼ばれる女子高校生。戦場ムクロに気をつけて。
The16th student, Mukuro Ikasawa, she's part of this school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
なぜだ。
Why? Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings! And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up in a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know? Make sense? Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with ya.
Seriously?
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out, all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but... she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
That's a bunch of scars.
But what if that's just from the fire?
Yeah, hard to tell.
What?
Okay, now that's all you get. Ah!
Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand, the tattoo... Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse.
You're thinking about Kyoko again.
Huh?
なんだ
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap.
His trap?
海目
God must have really hated you to make you so dull.
You right, Kyoko.
Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us?
He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
そう
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now?
He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later.
But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair.
Mukuro is related to the case? No, probably not. Not at all. Why would she be?
ありえるな
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko.
What?
That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? She's a student, and she killed someone. That would make her part of the school killing game.
Yeah, okay, so... it has to be someone alive, right? They can't just, like, throw a random body there. Can they? Which means it has to be the 16th student, right? Doesn't it? So everyone else got a dead body announcement. Wait, did you go get a dead body announcement? Oh
No,
my
when
God.
she got stabbed, she never got a body announcement.
Can he break his rules like that to just not make a dead body announcement until way later just to be a dick? Oh my God, I don't understand. Alright, we're just gonna keep going. I feel like this is... Do you remember when we both played the last case of Phoenix Wright? The fifth case of the...
Third game?
Was the one with... The spirit one.
Oh, okay.
We both played that last case and we were like... We were all excited.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
guy was gonna be Apollo's...
Yeah, it's like it's gotta be his friend!
It's his friend!
Totally.
That's it!
Yeah.
We know it! That's the guy who did all of this!
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe it! And
Yeah.
it was exciting, and then we were just like... there goes that
Capcom
whole
was just like-
storyline!
Capcom's just like, nah.
Nah, I feel like this is the same goddamn thing right now. It's like we're making up this whole story. It's like, oh, it's actually, they are using this thing, and it's this character all along, oh my God! And it's like,
It's like, no.
it was just a fucking joke.
It's fine.
Did you read this?
Yeah.
Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko?
Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
なんだ
But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
決まりだ。
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit.
Huh? What makes you say that?
We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity.
Why does everyone keep saying that? Did we get that as a true split? Ultimate soldier, right? Yeah, ultimate soldier. Where in this does it say ultimate despair? Why do people keep doing that? Does everyone know something we don't know? Like, damn.
But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us?
That's a good point.
つまり
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit.
That makes more sense for your double mastermind idea.
Yeah,
Because then if Mukuro isn't the culprit, she dead.
yeah.
So then there's a second person. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion.
That's what makes sense to me.
The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. If that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is?
Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation.
I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
行くぞ。
Well, are you coming? I want to cosplay as Byakuya.
You should. You could do it. He has your hair.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have curly hair,
No, yeah, I
but he
can,
has the same color.
yeah, I can totally straighten it. For sure.
He probably goes to the locker.
Ding.
Specific locker, apparently. 6. I should have guessed that.
Ah,
There
yeah.
there are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
なるほどな。
Makoto, do you see the locker furthest to the right?
Do we have to go through this to find that 6 matches to 6? Please, no.
妙だな。
It's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment.
Please stop.
You understand what that means, right?
You understand what that means, right? I just want to like hold this goddamn key. 6! 6 equals 6! You goddamn idiot! Meanwhile, in Bong that you might have remembered from several hours ago that happened at one point that you probably don't remember what it looks like anymore, Liam. It's like when we played, what was it? We played Uncharted, the first one.
Yeah.
I never really remember it being a good game. And
Yeah.
I played it with you, and I was like that goddamn platforming section that made me want to kill myself.
Oh yeah.
And Nathan Drake wanted to kill himself too.
Yeah.
He's just like, fuck it, I'm out.
And then I realized that you can actually like climb on like we tried to like jump this huge gap,
Yeah.
and they were like, we don't know how to do this, and apparently like this little itty bitty thing
Yeah, that's right.
you can hang
We had
on.
did we look up a YouTube video? for
No,
that?
we just like found it randomly.
Oh my god. Alright, I should probably use the key we found on that locker. Maybe.
そうだ。
Well, just try it.
Okay. I took out the. Oh my god, how many lines did I want?
Arrows.
There are arrows in here. Looks like 10 arrows in here.
They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks.
You know what's that song? Strong sticks. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that bloodstain?
なるほど。
It is. That means it must be surely related to the case.
This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Something wrong?
妙だな。
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. How did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
And then how does a dead person get... What?
なぜだ
Or perhaps...
Byakuya? But she couldn't have gotten access to the locker.
Forget it.
Even if Kyoko is alive currently and couldn't get access, she couldn't get access to the locker and put stuff in it in the first place. So she had this once she gave us the key. Gave us that
What if
envelope.
Kyoko killed...
That would have been. She would have been killed a long ass time ago if that was the case. Like almost 2 days ago, or whenever this happened. Do you remember when she gave us that envelope?
Oh yeah, that's right. That would have been like
Ago.
way premeditated.
Crazy premeditate. How? What? What? I'm so.
Wait, what if
Someone else?
Kyoko's the ultimate soldier?
Okay, now it's just like everyone is something different than they say. They're all wrapped.
Well, no, like
Okay, Kyoko is the ultimate soldier because
she
she doesn't.
completely disappeared, right?
Yeah. So you think Kyoko is Mukuro Ikasawa?
I need to look.
Is that possible? Because she never gave us what she is, right?
Yeah,
So I guess that actually is possible.
I need to look. I need to see the note again. I need to see like. She became obsessed with military from a young age. She disappeared while on vacation to Europe and reappeared in Japan 3 years later. She revealed she had joined the Fenrir Mercenary Corps.
So maybe Kyoko is Mukuro Ikasawa? And actually did die? I guess that's possible.
No, because
Why no? There's really nothing to dispute that we have.
maybe Kyoko Kirigiri is a
Like
alias.
a made-up thing?
Yeah.
It's possible. But then again, there's no reason to think that either. No, I guess there is.
What's the titanium arrows? Let me see those.
Yeah. Apparently they're sturdy, so you can use them to like...
Do you remember? What if they were spears? What if they were arrows?
I feel like at this point the conspiracy theory has turned into that... What was that? They play the X-Files theme and they're like... There were 10 arrows in total. There are 7 students.
No, but do you remember?
Eight
Do you remember when?
students
Do you remember
10
when?
minus 8 equals 2. There is one hidden student. 1, 2 plus 1 equals 3. Is Mukuro Illuminati?
Dang it! No, but you remember when Junko died, right?
So there.
She was like stabbed with a bunch of things.
Okay, so there.
We're digging deep to figure out this case.
We're not succeeding.
Yeah.
We're all over the place. None of them are probably right now.
Come on, we need to continue on to the next location.
Huh? What next location?
なんだ
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir.
Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of?
No, I'm talking about the clown that plays at my childhood church every Sunday. Yes, I mean the mercenary group.
Fenrir the Clown! Hey kids, it's Fenrir the Clown! Giant dog head.
Juggling knives. How are we supposed to find out about that? Have you considered a library? Or a data center. Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something?
Research. Research.
Good lord.
Oh. Are you talking about the archive? Oh, that's right!
Ikuzo.
The archive!
We only have so much time before this trial begins. Hurry. I kind of know where you're going from, Yakio.
Yeah, really?
I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Maybe?
It's a little, like...
The thing is, like, Makoto's, like, smart, but stupid.
Yeah, he's like super smart in the trials, and then really stupid.
Yeah.
Or then he knows, oh, that was the bomb I saw earlier.
Yeah.
Miyaki has to know the archive like the back of his hand. He went straight to the shelf and back.
Ah, here we go.
Quickly turn with the file in hand.
なるほどな。
Take a look at this.
I have no idea what that says. What language is it?
How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? Me, when I tell people, how in the world did you make it through high school without knowing a single word of Japanese? Desu.
I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak Japanese.
Well, whatever. I'll read it for you. But I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over.
100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme?
Never. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified.
Please tell me that the hint that we're gonna get out of this isn't that Fenrir is a wolf. Christ's sakes, please don't do this to me.
However, some time ago they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe that there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
なんだ。
What is it?
This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality.
Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. The battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. And that's what makes it all so exciting.
Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use.
So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir.
Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right?
That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each member who joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. I never knew that!
Like, yes! You've learned something new!
No! Okay,
But admittedly, like, you play video games, like...
yeah,
Really,
a little bit.
like... What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean? My sick line is so stupid.
What's up? What?
I was sitting here, and while I was doing the ding dong bing bong, I was sitting there and I was like, huh, that's interesting. In my head, I actually hear it as ding dong bing bong. That works. Would it work if I did anything? What if I did dog ding dong? Dog
That's-
ding dong.
So that's it. That's the shocking revelation we've come across.
The inner machinations of my mind lay undetected for years. Smoked another blunt. Oh my god. That's what happens. Holy shit. Alright. Yeah, that's right. It sounds accurate. I think he said this one, right?
僕らは少しずつ着実にダメージを負っている。そのことをもっと時間にするべきなのです。
I think that'll be the name. That's a good one.
I just wanted, just real quick, just from beginning this series, what we've gone through. We're like, okay, we're gonna play this game, and it's gonna be really cool. We're gonna do our great job voicing all these characters. To where we're at now, Bong being daunting is what breaks us. That's the conclusion that we've come across for this.
Maybe we should stop now.
No,
Stop over.
no, we've gone way too deep to quit now. We put too much money in this machine to quit now.
Oh. Oh my god. You ever sweat because you laugh so much?
Yeah, I've done that. No, I've done that for sure.
Alright.
Yeah.
というわけで、時間ですよ。じゃあお前らはいつもの場所にさっさと集合してください。うぷうぷ、また後でね。
Then the time has come.
Sorry, there's
Yeah?
He said ooh poo poo, but in there it says poo hoo hoo. The translators got it wrong. So it needs to be fine. Just a kid.
You're woke right now, man.
I'm so woke.
What if it's called sand because it's in between the sea and land?
Have you seen that like brain thing where it like slowly
galaxy
gets larger?
brain?
Yeah,
Yeah.
galaxy brain.
Yeah.
That's like where I'm at right now. The biggest fucking brain. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
そうだ。
It would seem that way. Let's go. I just realized something. What if the other student will reveal themselves at the trial?
So someone's gonna be alive, right? Do they have to show up to class trial? Is it a requirement? No one's ever actually said anything.
No. Look at the regulations. I remember.
Is there a regulation?
There
All
is.
Students must come to class trial?
I think it was like 7.
Participation is mandatory for all students. But that's so weird because we've never seen Mukuro this entire time.
Unless they're acting as Monokuma. In which case...
Or do you think Monokuma can hide them? Is that a thing they're allowed to do? Can put him in like a spot that we can't see or something like that that's in the class trial?
Oh, maybe.
Is that like a thing Monokuma's allowed to do? It seems
Like maybe behind like the podium or something?
or like inside of the podium or something ridiculous like that. Is that a thing that he can do?
I don't know.
So then, if that's the case, then we'll never see Mukuro, even if it is Mukuro who's alive, because they'll just keep hiding.
Yeah.
Until we figure out that it's Mukuro. Hopefully that will
But like... Whoa! Byakuya and Mokoto have showed up together!
Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word.
We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point?
Makoto ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you?
I don't have the raptor out.
Yeah, I can't do the screech either, so I was either... What? Are you jealous?
おいおい。
fucking get it. What?
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? Funny joke?
Creepy fantasy!
なんだ
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second.
Any second. Could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
なぜだ
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
もしかすると
Maybe he died again.
うん。
What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or...?
Or what?
だな
Jesus!
にゃほほほほ。
Did I scare you?
おい
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that?
うん
What? What? I made you wait?
What's that?
Sorry, Yoda kind of possessed me there for a minute. Anyway, you got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait.
Huh?
つま
I'm waiting
り
for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we?
Oh, they have to show up here? But Mukuro's been hidden this whole time, so that doesn't work out.
I don't know.
は
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you.
うぷぷ
No, he's referring to Kyoko.
You must be.
Sorry, but you're wrong.
にゃほほ
But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment game right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here.
When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
ね
I'm here. And no rule's been broken.
Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive?
No, that's gross!
Oh, like Zoink, Scooby!
Funny joke?
Stop talking.
と
If you want to fight, do it at the last trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
なんだ
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
そうかしら
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong?
ふい
You're so selfish. So spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later.
ひらん
No. I'll make sure you're sorry later.
あお
Anyway, hustle your butts into the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you.
When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
ええ
Of course I didn't die.
Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay.
Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us.
Huh?
あ
He's
Like Zoink, Scooby, he's right! Now we've got to deal with the ghost!
Ghost Yoda just kind of left.
I told you, stop talking.
行くぞ
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial.
Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator.
ぐぐ
Master, wait for me!
うん
Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long?
でも
I'll be happy.
Long man. Funny joke.
I'll be happy when this trial's all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
そう
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. See, that's the obscure thing that I was like, they were talked about at once, and I thought that that's what they were talking about.
There it is.
the second floor?
そうよ。
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered.
Then when did you find out?
それは
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I?
So that's why you were late.
でも
I'm sorry I've kept you all waiting.
But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
違うわ。
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
Is it like a master key?
つまり
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can unlock any lock in the school.
Yes, it is. What?
ちょっと
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
苗木くん
We can go over the details after we get through this trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation,
どうやら
because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me.
For her? That's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would you say it's a crucial moment for her?
じゃあね
Well, if that's all.
Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator,
Nothing makes sense anymore.
and the door slid shut.
I didn't think Kyoko would come back for the trial.
Yeah, I know. Me neither. This time, the clunky was loud enough to hurt my ears. The dread began to consume me once again. Can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. And that is that supposed to be dusty?
Dusky.
Dusky?
Yeah.
Is that a word?
I don't know.
Whoa, galaxy brain! Dusk. No. Dusk. And then, what's another word for this?
Dim. No.
No, like,
Twilight.
Twilight. And then it's like, then there's a galaxy brain. Dusky! We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without any warning. Dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. Light penetrating every depth of your eyes. Is that possible?
In your eyes. Through your eyes.
Every depth of your eyes. Oh my lord. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. That's really tasty.
Ah, I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show!
And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. Yeah,
What time do you have to leave?
now.
Yeah, no, you need to rest.
I do.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we clipped everything we can.
Guess so. Alrighty.
I don't know what to think anymore.
Well, it's been fun. I don't understand anything. So
Because,
I'm just
like-
making jokes now. Cool. Oh, what this?
None of this makes sense.
I'm confused too. I don't know who's the killer. I don't know about a tarp. I don't know about anything else. I'm very confused. We got information that it was Fenrir, and we could probably assume that it's Mukuro who died. And that's it. I don't know who the killer is. I don't get it.